Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Justin and
Max Games.
And we're going to be doing a review of a cool game called
Steamworks.
Steamworks. I think it plays up to 5?
Does it? 2 to 5, yeah.
2 to 5. I couldn't imagine a 5-player game on this.
Oof.
It must be just completely bonkers.
I wouldn't understand what's going on there.
I know. There are some games I think that, they work well at a certain player count and it gets a little bit out of control with too many. But anyway, I've played this at a 2-player. And tonight, we just played it with a 3-player. Mm-hmm. And I could say right off the bat, I totally enjoy this game.
Same.
You won by the tiebreaker.
I won by a tile.
After the game's over, when you've counted up all your physical points and all the points,
most money and tiles combined wins.
Exactly.
We both had 23 points.
And you know what? I thought I was being so economical. I got down to my last dollar and my last tile, and I was able to use them on my last turn to get the last few things. And I was like, I'm going to get this one. Boom. You were able to, you were actually slightly more economical because you were able to generate a little bit more stuff. Now, the interesting thing about this game is that you have these conveyor belts.
That are shifted down with the end one going out and new ones getting refilled throughout the entire game.
And the basic idea, there are so many games that are worker placements, right? Mm-hmm. This is a worker placement game where you're building the placements that you're putting the workers.
Yeah.
And Mom and I played... Mom and I played this 2-player yesterday, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yes.
And I knew what, and I used her machines, because you could use your machines, you could use things that other people
But
want.
if you use someone else's, you give them a point.
Yeah, they get points from...
Which is where I generated most of my points.
He built some really good machines that everyone else wanted to use.
I had 6 machines.
And so you actually had less stuff at the end of the game. I had more stuff, but you had generated so much stuff during the game that you made them great machines that people wanted to use them.
Because, I had built this one machine that was come up here, you can get 3 tiles, immediately build those 3 tiles, and immediately upgrade those 3 tiles.
And, I won't say this is a negative about the game. The iconography on the tiles, I think going into it is a little bit confusing.
But as soon as you get into it, as soon as you get a little bit into it, it's very clear.
And they do have, in the rule book, a glossary of all of this stuff. It goes alphabetically. But actually, in the rule book that I have, a few of the items weren't in there. If you go on Board Game Geek, there is some stuff to download. I definitely recommend the download. It's a FAQ, basically. Plus, there's someone else made one where they go through all the tiles very quickly. The game is not difficult to learn.
No.
But it's really interesting to play.
It's not difficult to learn, but it's kind of difficult to get into a groove or some sort of how you're going to go along with it.
Totally, yeah. To know how are you going to generate... Because in the beginning of the game, there's no real... Unless you're using other people's machines...
There's no real point.
There's no point generators that are happening. As you go further in the eras, the 2 and the 3...
2, it's a little bit of points for pretty expensive. 3, it's $2 give you 3 points.
Right, so you can ramp it up if you plan ahead. What am I going to go for? Generating tiles that I can then spend for points? Or do I just want to make, like you did, great machines that everyone else wants to use, which I didn't realize I was kind of giving you the win in the game.
You fell into my trap.
I fell into the trap. There's a little bit of fun psychology in the game.
You have to be a salesperson.
Yeah, you have to be a salesperson. Come right up, ladies and gentlemen.
I was doing that the whole game.
He was being the salesperson.
I was looking around. You might want to do that. Hey, look at this thing over here.
His machines were just slightly more powerful, and you were like, it just gives him a point. Now, in a 2-player...
It just gives him a point times 10.
Right. Now, in a 2-player game, you're not giving people points when they use your machines. It's money. And money can be a little bit tight because you need money to get your guys out on the board. A couple of times, both you and Mom had to just give up an action to get money because you could lay your guy down and get the money instead.
And that was really unfortunate because at the end of the game, I was 1 action short of doing something big.
And I had a cool... Oh, man. I had one where I was able to build with one of my machines, I was able to build a 4-part machine or 3-part machine. Then I was able to use another thing to upgrade it. And then I had Instafactor where I could pay $2 and immediately activate it, which was allowing me to get rid of points. And by the way, the thing that it was connected to was the iterator, which allows you to do the thing twice. So I had all these 6 tiles and I said, you know what? Boom! And I got rid of 6 tiles for 6 points.
You had 6 of these.
6 of the clockwork sources. And I'm like, I got 6 points on 1 turn plus putting out tiles. That's like 8 or 9
You're
points.
Like, I got this.
I got this thing. It's in the bag. No. I was a tile short.
He was that thickness off.
That was that thickness off. Now, I want to do a comparison because this game came out, I think, in 2015. And Steampunk, conveyor belts, building machines.
We'll just put up the year.
We'll put up the year, right?
Right between my hands.
Woo,
Right there.
the year. Now, there's a game that came out recently, and I was like, well, I bought this game first, and I didn't buy it recently. I bought it maybe a couple of months ago. I mean, I guess that is recently, but we play so many games. And I hadn't learned it yet. And then Mom went ahead and bought another game called Imaginarium, which is a fun game too. It is steampunk. It has...
I would say this is slightly more steampunk. Like, can you get any more steampunk than that guy?
Yeah, he's a steampunk dude, man. These are steampunk, but it's also kind of like just wacky images.
It's odd.
But this has conveyor belts with machines.
The bric-a-brac.
The bric-a-brac, which you have to put together. And I was like, oh no! Do we have two similar games, even with the same thing? Not at all. This is a very cool game. You're generating resources, trying to turn them into points.
I'm not so hot in that game.
He's not as hot as on this game. I do like it a lot.
Neither is Mom.
What, Mom's the one who bought it. I don't know. I think Mom likes it more than you think. I'm around a 7 on this game. It's not too
I'm around a 6.5.
6.5 on the game. I'm around a 7, maybe even a 7.5 on the game. I think it works well with 3 and 2. Anything above that, I'm not so crazy about.
Yeah, like when we played it with 5, it was just...
Oh, it was
like
dreadful.
At 5, I would rate it a 4.
It was too dreadfully long, and it wasn't interesting. You didn't know what anyone else...
But then this game, on the other hand...
This game, I've never played it at 4 and 5, but at 3, you knew what other people were doing. You could use their stuff.
Because I could see how that would get really confusing, and you just wouldn't pay attention to the person on the other side of the table.
Right, you'd be like, well, what do they have? Oh, they got an internet? I don't know.
It's like, what do they have? Oh, that just does the same. Because, like, at a certain point with 5, there's probably going to be 3 machines that do the exact same
thing, yeah, or so similar. I'm at a 9 on this game.
You're at a 9?
I'm at a 9.
That is higher than I thought.
Okay, where are you at the game?
Not as high as me.
Okay.
I'm a 9.5.
He's a 9.5. And I'll tell you why I would be higher. I'm just concerned that after playing the game, I played it twice. Maybe after 4 or 5 times, although I would know some strategies, I might tire of seeing the same tiles come out. And the fact that like the first level are kind of not so interesting tiles. I would love if Tasty Minstrel Games or the game designer or somehow magically an expansion with more level 1s, more level 2s, more level 3s.
This many extra tiles.
Exactly. I would buy that in a heartbeat.
If that happened, please, if you're watching, designer, please do that. But if like that happened, I would buy it immediately, and I'd immediately rate this game a 10.
So I'm at a 9. You're at a 9.5. So that gives us a 9.25 on a fantastic steampunk machine building economic Euro game. It is called
Steamworks.
Oh!